Good morning, everybody. Day number 6. The town of Santarem is actually beautiful. The fact that it's on a hill and still has the remaining defensive walls of the castle back in its day when it had a castle and walls surrounding it. It still has those walls, and they've preserved it and turned it into Garden de Soul. So there's so many churches here. Unfortunately, I picked a day where a lot of the churches were closed on a Tuesday, but I was able to go to the oldest Gothic church in Portugal, so at least I got to do that. You see what I mean? I mean, this person is actually on the actual castle wall. Also, it's too dark now, so I can't show you this view that I have, but yesterday I took pictures of the view from the top of the remains of the castle wall in the Garden de Soul, and the view of the Tagus River and like the rest of the world is no words can describe it. So, it's getting dark now. I better get my headlamp out. Alright guys, I gotta go. Look at this old abandoned building. How cool. Well, it's not very cool, it's quite sad. I just have to say that this feels like the older side of town. So today we're heading to Vale de Figueira, which is the halfway mark, roughly, a little bit less than the halfway mark, to Garega, which is the next end of the next leg. Then tomorrow is the longer day, where there won't be any albergues for about just over 20 something k's. So tomorrow is the more hectic day. That's okay, we got this. We'll rest a bit today and then be prepared for tomorrow. So happy Wednesday. The sunrise over the vineyards of Portugal. Okay, so here's a new vegetable that we haven't seen before. Look at this. Can you see that? Those are what I believe are a butternut. That is so cool. Huh? Let's get a close-up of this. Look at that. That's a big one. Alright, so I'm having a little bit of a rest amongst the vineyards. This is a perfect example of if sometimes things don't work out. So in Vale de Figueira, there's only one hostel. When I got into the town, had a bite to eat. Then I went to go and find the hostel, only to find no one was home, no notes on the door or anything of a sort, and online it doesn't say a specific check-in time, because some albergues can mention that check-in is only at 3 or 4 or whatever. But there was none of that online. And I checked 2 different Camino apps, and none of them said check-in at it was a specific time. So then I walked all the way back to the restaurant, sat down, because I WhatsApped her on her number, tried to call her, phone was off. Just was struggling all around to just get hold of her. And so when I went back to the restaurant, I thought, let me just give her some time and maybe she'll answer. Anyway, long story short, she answered and she said, you know, I have availability, and I said thank you very much, and she gave me the price, and there was someone else that wanted to share, and I was like, perfect. And then she said, see you later. Perfect. So I wanted to finish my work. It is now 3 o'clock. Went back over to the hostel, and everything's locked up. Can't get in. I knocked. I again tried to WhatsApp. I tried to call. Nothing. So now, it's now 3:30, and the next town is 10 k's away, and that's the only next albergue. So now I have to walk all the way there because, and it's 3:30. Is Shireen slightly, it's hot, may I just add, it is hot. Am I slightly on the irritated side? Yes. Yes, because the albergue is not located on the actual trail, the Camino trail. So I have to walk about a K off the trail to get to the albergue and back to the cafe, and then back again, and then back, and now walk another 10 k's. Okay? I'm human. I'm a little frustrated. I'm probably overreacting right now. I've got my Crocs on. So normally that means I'm winding down, but I can't wind down. I have another 10 k's to walk. So I'm now on my way back to the cafe. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and prep for a walk to the next town. Perfect. This is a perfect example of where I've got to try and find positivity in the situation. Check back with me later and I'll see how I feel. Alright. It's been over an hour and a half. I'm more than halfway to the albergue. And I've had time to just think, ponder, whatever you want to call it, and it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so I found the town. Now I just need to walk to my albergue, which is about a K or so off the trail. But it's okay. I made good time. Yay. I'm gonna sleep so hard tonight. Okay, let's go find this albergue. So the town that I had to make my way to is called Azinhaga. Azinhaga, which is just a few towns before the end of this leg called Galega. So tomorrow will be a shorter day. So there's always a silver lining. But this is quite a cute little town. Look, there's horses. I don't know if you can see them. It's not really good, hey? Alright, well, there's some horses over there. And there's a beautiful river that's running down here. It's actually a quite cute little town. Looking for my albergue. Oh, Can't hold my albergue. I can feel my body is breaking down on me.